So welcome back to the mini dead mod series that I've been making. Today we're playing Chant of the Forgotten, which was released about a year ago around when No Step Back released, but it was never updated to No Step Back and now is a dead mod. It's not being developed as far as I know. It's now 2 full versions old, so we have to roll all the way back to Battle for the Boss for us to play it. Its gimmick is giving focus trees to countries that Paradox has forgotten about, hence the Chant of the Forgotten. It also changes a lot of the leader portraits, and I believe changes focus trees for other countries too, besides just random small ones. And today we'll be doing a very rare South American playthrough as we play as Chile. They have a decently large focus tree here. And looking at the US focus tree, what they did is they expanded on the non-aligned path, it appears, and resurrected Huey Long. Though to clarify, I don't think they actually resurrect him because the focus name says ideals don't die, implying that Huey Long may have died but his ideals didn't. Either way, it looks like a fun tree to conclude a path that is cut short in vanilla. Germany is given its forgotten communist path, which it doesn't have in vanilla, and a slightly better democratic path. Austria gets one of the more interesting Austria trees I've seen. If Germany opposes the mustache man, they can revive it in Austria. They can also just accept the Anschluss and have a partial version of it. And then, of course, there's the Austria-Hungary tree that's required. The China focus tree is very nice. I absolutely hate the China focus tree in vanilla, and this is a much improved version of it. Korea, which doesn't actually start released, I just released them as a puppet to see the tree, has a decent focus too. Some of them are kind of similar though, like the Korea one and the Philippines one look visually somewhat similar, but they are all unique as far as I can tell. The Philippines also has the MacArthur's military mission focus, though they don't have to stick with the US. There's of course the be patient route, or they can press for independence. In Chile, our focus tree starts off with one focus combined, but it splits off into the industry military segment over here, and then the political part over here. So we'll start with continuing the finance wizards plan. Also, we're back to the good old Italy focus tree. I really do like this version of Hoi4. I don't know, I've never really grown to like the no step back supply system. I like this older supply system, and it's not like the new supply system is too terrible. Either way, that's nothing to do with the mod. We're just in the old version of Hoi that supports it. Also, it's kind of weird, but all the Central American countries get this random side focus tree added to the generic one. The vital, yes, we have bananas focus, and then they can all get a war goal on the country north of them. And funny, we have the greatest depression focus. So not just the Great Depression, but the greatest one. Though ironically, the national spirit isn't as bad as the Great Depression. It has the same exact consumer goods factories penalty, but without the terrible political power penalty. And Germany is going into civil war, so maybe they'll explore their new communist path or better democratic path. Oh, interesting. So I think the communists break away as their own separate civil war faction. I assume they'll get the focus tree going down this path if they win. So now we will complete the Made in Chile focus, which will give us some civs and replace the Great Depression with economic recovery. That'll then allow us to start our political branch. Or actually, we can't just yet. We have to get rid of economic recovery too. So 2 more focuses and then we can do our political branch. And this one is only 35 days, so that's not too bad. Also, it's really weird having all of these countries in South America have so many civilian factories. South America is going to be very strong when united. Nothing compared to the United States still, but definitely a major power if we can unite it all. I also noticed we have Prussian doctrine. That's fun. It's a really good national spirit too. And unfortunately, Germany is just doing the German Empire focus. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, the election's been held. We'll go with the communist poet. Reminds me of TNO, lots of poets and musicians over there. We've already had a communist revolutionary as a political advisor for a while, so we have plenty of communist support. And then a coup failed, so now we move on. Next after this, we will assist the Spanish in their civil war. I kind of wish we could help Mexico too. I would like the Mexican Soviet Republic to win, but it looks like they're getting crushed. We're also specifically denouncing American imperialism, and that'll send us to war with the United States eventually. Poland formed the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. I guess they somehow did it with their old focus tree. The Soviets also have their ancient focus tree. So now we have a choice between joining the Comintern or forming our own anti-capitalist pact, and we will do the latter. Okay, so now things begin. A lot of our neighbors got an invitation to join our new country, Indonesia, or Indonesia. I don't know how it's supposed to be pronounced. It looks like only Bolivia decided to accept, so I guess we'll have to fight to take control of all the others. Oh well, shouldn't be too difficult. Oh no, I don't think this was supposed to happen. I don't think the mod developers intended this, but we aren't guaranteed by the US anymore, which isn't too surprising considering we denounced American imperialism. So by declaring on Argentina, we're now at war with America, and Argentina is in a faction with America. Okay, Japan has joined us, and Japan is winning in China, so hopefully they will actually be able to help. We also have Guatemala in our faction, so all is not lost. And if we can capitulate Argentina, then the US won't really have any means to attack us. And Argentina capitulated, the US got a few divisions in, but we should be able to last stand on this port and encircle those. Europe is doing pre-no step back things. This isn't too surprising. This actually happened a lot before no step back. Now Poland never forms a faction and does stuff like this, which is kind of sad. So Japan have involved themselves everywhere. They have Peru and Brazil in their faction, which is a nightmare for us. And South Africa and Australia and stuff are in the Chinese United Front. So Japan is going to be more of an enemy than an ally, but at least they're overextending themselves. We've at least integrated Argentina now, so we own all of Argentina's core states, giving us a very big industry. 100 factories. Okay, we're going to push to unify South America, so we're at war with Japan now. Guatemala was already at war with Japan, our one ally, so I guess this works. So Peru had the same number of divisions as Brazil, but they were much easier to capitulate. I am assuming they had divisions elsewhere in the co-prosperity sphere. They had been in Japan's faction for longer. Either way, we can now just focus on Brazil and then integrate Peru once we take this one final province. I kind of forgot though that in this version of Hoi you have to research your land doctrine, so I should probably be using a research slot to research that. And we've done a good job. While at war with two majors, we've almost united South America. We'll just declare war on these guys. I guess we could declare war on a couple other majors too, but I don't really care. Colombia is strong, but the other two should fall easily. And the cursed Comintern has formed. This doesn't happen in more modern versions of Hoi4, but this isn't the weirdest thing that happens in this version. Mussolini, Horthy, and Stalin are all chilling in a faction together. And great, we're now at war with Italy too, because Italy joined Japan, so we are at war with another major. The United States also got divisions into Ecuador, so it's been kind of annoying capitulating them, but we've almost got their port. Okay, we finally broke their line. All three tiles are retreating. These 20 divisions are all going to get overrun. We're much more difficult to defeat than I thought, but then I guess that's mostly because the US got divisions in there. Well, it looks like Communist China is going to unify China. France capitulated a second time, but now Germany is going to take a turn capitulating. Also, this is Czechoslovakia's slightly updated tree. Doesn't look like too much has been added. It's not very extensive, but it's kind of cool. The Comintern faction is really powerful though. I really wish I could disband my own faction right now and join them. Either way, I think I showed off most of the stuff that's in this dead mod, and the game is running extremely slow now. It's funny, playing such an old version of Hoi4 makes me realize how much better optimized it is these days, even with all the new systems that are running, like the crazy supply network. Either way, if there are any other dead mods you'd like to see me play, let me know, and I'll see you all next time.